Hi Tubies, here's Alexandra again, and welcome to another video. Finally, I have managed to reinstall my video editing software and repair my video camera, and well, now I can finally make normal videos again. So, well, let's talk about some stuff, what I've been up to, what I've been painting in the last few days, month, insert time zone here. Well, first of all, you might have heard of the painting method Slapchop, and I've gotten several messages regarding this method, if I've tried it out, and yes, I have tried it. And here are some examples of my Slapchop ventures. Here, for example, an Orc Kruleboy that I've used Slapchop on. So for those of you that don't know what Slapchop is, it's actually quite simple. You take a miniature, prime it black, and then you dry brush it with grays, and then dry brush on top of that with white. And then you apply simply contrast paints, and well, that should cover the entire miniature painting process with shadows and highlights, as you can see here with the green tones, for example, or the browns. Yeah, and the Slapchop method is going around the internet these days. Yes, it is a well-known technique with pre-shading. Several YouTubers make the mistake and use Slapchop with zenithal priming, but that is actually wrong. That's just pre-shading. Slapchop is specifically an overall dry brush with grays and then with white over black, not zenithal highlighting. But overall, it's a very quick method to paint your miniatures, and here this Kruleboy is just slap-chopped, and also this elf here from, how's the game called again? Massive Darkness, from Cool Mini or Not, the board game. And this here is so-called Slapchop Plus, where I've applied the Slapchop method, but then I have started real painting on him. So, for example, I have definitely worked out the skin tone more, painted additional highlights into the hair braids, I've highlighted the hammer, and so on. But some parts are simply just slap-chopped on. So this here, for example, is some silver dry brush over with some, I think it was Skeleton Horde, and this would give you a golden metallic look. Yeah, those are my Slapchop things, and I have done one additional and in Slapchop Plus. This was last week. I've painted on this guy here. This is the killer boss on Great Gnashtooth, and well, it was actually a lot of fun to paint him, especially here the all the folds and skin wrinkles that are barely visible on the skin of the Gnashtooth. Yeah, and I have added some more shadows here and highlights to the red then. Also the leather work here with some stippling and striping. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to paint him. What else? Well, I've been painting my Necron army here. This is a quick example of that, my Plasmancer. It's a messy and quick paint job, but it's a nice overall look. It won't win any awards, but I'm proud of them. They are a nice side project army for me when I don't want to paint anything super fancy. Then I've been messing around a little bit with Ultramarines paint schemes. Here, this here is a little bit of stippling method with some edge highlighting, and here I have experimented with a more dirty paint scheme with lots of stippling, less edge highlighting, and some pigments and dirtying down. Yeah, and speaking of dirty things, yeah, this took also quite some time to finish painting, because I was a little bit struggling with the rust, and the reason for this was this color here, the Dirty Down Rust. For the longest time I was experimenting with it and wasn't sure how to really use it. If you use it straight out of the bottle, it doesn't work quite well. It gets a glossy brown dark texture, but not the rust that I was going for. But if you dilute it 50-50 with water, then you get this really nice rust effects here with actual rust. I believe this color has some metal particles in there in a solution that well, make it really oxidize here at the air, and that's what you can see here. And well, it needs water to really work. Yeah. Then again, some battle damage here with my tried and true stippling method with a sponge, a little bit of white, then black dots to make the chipping. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to paint this mythic blight hauler, and he has even a tiny unclean one. This is an old Nurgling from the time where the metal grade unclean one was around, and well, he mimics the pose of the big grade unclean one, and yeah, that's my tiny unclean one. And last but not least, this one here I finished yesterday, another one of my Death Guard Plague Marines, and it was also a lot of fun. He started out with a slap chop method, and well, I expanded on that with quite some extensive highlighting and stippling on the armor, then a lot of rust, tentacles, and yeah, he was also quite fun to paint. Yeah, those were my exploits for the last few days. I hope you like this little in-view on what I've been up to, and well, we see us in the next video. You're Alexandra. Bye!